Hey YouTube, today we're playing my new favorite game, Terraforming Mars. At first I saw this game and I was like, not interested. Then I looked into it a little bit more a couple weeks later and I thought, cool mechanic, still not interested. Finally, with all the hype around this game, I said, okay, what's it really all about? And I said, okay, if it's in my local store, when I go in at dinner break, I will buy it. There were 10 copies right inside the door, so I had to get mine. Great game, I'm so glad I did. We are on Mars. We're trying to make it a place where overpopulated people of Earth can finally move to and get away from all of the trash and the disease and the crowded streets. We are part of a corporation tasked within 14 generations. So my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren will be able to live here, of trying to raise the temperature from negative 30 degrees Celsius all the way to +8. We hope to put 9 oceans, or 9% of the planet have water. And finally, we need to also make sure that the oxygen level goes from 0% to 14% in the atmosphere. If we can get those 3 things accomplished within 14 generations, we've won the game. And more importantly, folks can start living on Mars. It's a great game. It's card drafting mixed with a little bit of an engine play over here. As we go, I'll get into it. But for the solo player, we draw 4 cards. And we first place some cities out there that will block anywhere that we want to build. And I'll tell you why that's important at first. The first card we draw has a 12 on it. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces. So there's our first city. This one occupies this space that doesn't have any resources. Whenever you are able to put a tile on the board, you see like these green little squares. Those are plants that you're able to get into your resource pile. There's also steel, titanium, and also drawing extra cards. So the computer, or the AI, basically is trying to block your way. The next card we draw for the next city is at a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start from the bottom. That's actually going to take away a possible steel resource for us as that city gets placed. Finally, we put down 2 green tiles around it. The first one, oh my, 31. So we count 31 spaces around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, we're right back here, and that takes away a possible steal from us. And finally, the next green tile will go at 13 spaces down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That takes away a possible 2 steel resources from us. Now, since it's a solo player game, we're going to put our little cubes on these tiles. That basically says that when we go back, if we win the game, we do not count these 4 tiles into our victory points. All the other tiles on the board are ours since we're the only player. So this is a way to kind of make it easier so we don't have to put all these red cubes on every time I put a tile out there. In the multiplayer game, you put your own color cube on your own tile so you can tell them apart. But for the solo player game, just go ahead and use the first 4 tiles, and then the rest of them don't need any more cubes. So I am playing in the Beginner Corporation. The Beginner Corporation will give you 42 mega credits, which is basically $42, and 10 free cards, or 10 free projects to begin the game. There are a bunch of different corporations that you can choose from. Each of them have, I don't know, their own specialty. You get 57 credits with this, but everything has a different effect that can alter the gameplay. But again, we're going with the beginner, 42 mega credits, and 10 free cards. So we'll just get those out of the way. I've already drawn my first 4 cards in my hand. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's my starting hand, and I've already dealt out 42 mega credits to my production that I have. This is the engine that makes you build. It also makes you convert energy. It makes you convert plant life. This is very important to make sure that you're able to gauge this just right. You have your money, steel, titanium, plants, energy, and heat. The heat, of course, you need to raise the temperature. Every time you're able to get 8 plants, you put out a greenery tile. From now on in the game, whenever I put a greenery tile up, we raise the oxygen because the plants give off oxygen while taking in the carbon dioxide. And then the ocean tiles are special events that come out of this deck. So hopefully we have a good hand to start where we can start terraforming. Well, the media group, this is an event card that you can gain $3 extra if we want. Asteroids, these are important. Look at this. We can raise the temperature twice. We're actually able to gain 4 titanium, and we remove 4 plants from any player. Now, since it's a solo player game, we don't do that step. But raising the temperature twice and getting 4 titanium is great. Titanium can be used if there is a card with a titanium symbol, and I have titanium. 1 titanium cube equals 3 mega credits, whereas steel, 1 steel cube equals 2 mega credits. So those are kind of discounts, like for the steel in here, you can have discounts for some of these cards. But the big asteroid, that might be our first play because we do have 42 credits. It would cost 27 to play that card. That's a good start. Insulation, decrease the heat production by any number of steps, and I can increase my money. Thing is, though, we have no heat production right now. We might just sell that card. Any of these cards that I sell, these projects I sell, I get an extra $1 back. A capital, this one right off the bat I can't use because it says I have to have 4 oceans in play, and it would take away energy. I think I'm going to sell that card as well. Another asteroid, and again, it's another space card that could use titanium. This one, I can raise my terraform rating by 2 steps. That's this right here, this mark. We start at 14, so at the end of every generation, I will get only $14. But this card will help me raise it up to 16. Also, anytime I raise the oxygen, the temperature, or place an ocean, I get to raise this again. So there's a chance to really raise the mark, raise the bar, and get more and more money as we go along. Definitely going to keep this card as well. Industrial Center, if I spend 7, I can increase my steel. And this is an ongoing action. This is blue. A blue card I lay down, and once per generation, I can keep spending it, and keep spending 7, and keep doing the steel over and over again. So I want to keep that one. Livestock requires 9% oxygen. It's going to take a while to get there. I'm probably going to sell that card. Wow, another asteroid here. This would raise the temperature 3 steps, and I gain 4 steel, and I would remove 8 plants from another player, but that's in the co-op game, or the multiplayer. I've got 3 asteroids to start the game. A mining area, I get to place a mining tile, and I can increase my steel or titanium, whichever one I increase by 1 step. It's wherever I place the tile on the board. And the mining expedition, this one, raise oxygen 1 step, which is good. Remove 2 plants from any other player and gain 2 steel. These are all great cards to start. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sell these 3 cards away. I don't need them, and I will gain 3 mega credits. The bronze cubes are worth 1 mega credit. The silver cubes are a little bit bigger. They are worth 5, and the gold are worth 10. So that's how I had my starting pot, I guess, of 42. Now I have 45 credits to spend. So looking at the asteroids, I have enough that I can put an asteroid in play. I could raise the temperature here 3. This one's only 2. I would gain 4 steel here. This one really doesn't affect too much. I get to raise the temperature once, my terraform rating twice, which gives me some more money off the top. It's so hard at the beginning to raise money. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, and maybe trying to play another card a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and do the nitrogen-rich asteroid first. So to play this card, it's an event card. You can see that by the arrow, so I can only play this card once. First thing I have to do, I have to spend 31 credits. So I've got my 20, 30, 1. Easy come, easy go. But that's what you got to do when you terraform Mars. So again, I get to raise my terraform rating by 2 steps. So we go from 14 to 16. Then I get to raise the temperature 1 step. So from negative 30 degrees Celsius to 28. And when I raise that, I get to raise this again. So now I'm up to 17. And then I get to increase my plant production 1 step, or 4 steps if I have 3 plant tags. That would be 3 cards with the little plant symbol. I don't have that. So instead, I just get to raise my production 1 step of plants over here. So at the end of each generation, I would gain a plant. And again, 8 plants equals a greenery tile that I get to put out, which increases the oxygen level. So there's my first card. That was an event. Now I have 10, 14 mega credits left. I could do some mining, expedition or a mining area. I also have the media group here. I should have played this one first. If I play an event card, which I just did, I would get $3 back. Well, I messed up. Let's see, this one also is the Industrial Center. I spend 7 to increase my steel 1 step. I'd rather get something a little bit cheaper. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this mining area for 4 credits, which isn't bad. That leaves me with $10 in the bank for the next round. So I will spend that. I'll find one of my mining tiles, and I'll place it in an area with a steel or titanium bonus, which is found here on the map, like I was talking when we put these first 4 tiles out. And then whichever tile I put it on, I increase my resource by 1 step. So we're going to play that. We keep these green cards face up so we can kind of see what I played, which here is a steel. Because remember that one card said if you play so many plant tags, you get a bonus. Well, you got to keep an eye on what tags I play. So anyway, I'm going to grab this mining, flip it over. It's a nice little strip mine, it looks like. And I get to place it anywhere on the board since I don't have anything already claimed. Now the question is, I have to place it on a titanium or a steel production, and I get to have an increase of that. I'm going to place it right here on this tile, and I don't know if you can see, but it has a plant tag and a titanium tag. So I place that here, and then I will gain 1 plant, 1 titanium, and according to this card, I get to increase my titanium 1 step. So at the end of this generation, I will generate an extra titanium and an extra plant, because that's where my numbers are right now. So I have $10 left. I could go ahead and spend some more. I think I'm going to hold on to that money though and try and see where I go from here. So that's the end of that generation. Not much happened. At the beginning of the game, it's kind of slow getting started. We did raise the temperature once. So right now we kind of look at the board and we fill in the blanks. So first the money, 17 mega credits. So I'll go ahead and give us 15, 16, 17. I get no steel production, I get 1 titanium production, I get 1 plant production, no energy, and no heat. That is the end of that turn. So now I go on to the next generation, which is 2. I draw 4 cards. Now here's where it's different. Now if I want one of these cards, I have to spend 3 mega credits to get it to my hand. This one, it requires me to be a -12 or warmer, which isn't going to happen for a while. I'm going to get rid of it. Symbiotic fungus. I can add a microbe to another card. I'm going to keep this one because it's a good daisy chain. It's an event card that I can use later on, so that's going to be worth 3. Gene repair, I need 3 science tags. It's going to take a while. And plus, there's your victory point. That really doesn't matter in a solo player game unless you're really trying to get a big score. My top score, I think, was a 73. And now we got the Ecological Zone. When I play an animal or plant tag, I gain an animal, and the animals are worth victory points. So I really don't need these. So I'm going to return these 3 cards back to the pile. Those are projects I will not use, but I will buy the symbiotic fungus. So to do that, I've got to spend 3. So I get rid of a 5 and give me back 2 and change. And now it's my next turn. Let's see what I've got. I have, how much? $24. 24 mega credits. Well, you know what? I should have done this to begin with. I'm going to go ahead and get this event card out there. And again, event card you leave up. So I got to spend 6 to play it. And now anytime I play an event, I get to get $3 back. I have $18. So let's go ahead and play this event, which is the mining expedition. I get to raise my oxygen 1, and I get to gain 2 steel. And since it's an action, I will get $3 back for this. So first, got to spend the 12 to pay for it. So I'm taking 12 out of my bank to play this. And again, I get to raise the oxygen once. And when I do that, I get to raise my terraform rating. And then I get to gain 2 steel, which is right there. So now that's the end of that card, and it's again an action, so I flip it over. I can't use it again. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play this card, which when I play an action, I gain 3 mega credits. So that card, instead of costing, what was it, 12, it cost only really 9. But I had to have the 12 up front to pay for it and then get reimbursed. So that was good. I was able to raise the oxygen 1 step. Now I have 9 mega credits left. I could go with one of these cards right now. The symbiotic fungus, though, I don't have a card I can put any fungus on yet, so I'm going to hold on to that because I might need some more money. I really wish I could have some more big bucks to try and get this temperature going. And you know, the Industrial Center, This card only costs 4 to put out there, and then if I spent 7, I can increase my steel. And the neat thing is, this is a steel card. I have steel. Each steel cube is worth 2. So I have 2, so that's 4. That would pay for the card itself. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'll pay those 2 steel. I'll get this next card out there. And I do have 7, so I will spend 7, activating this action, spend 7, and now it says I get to increase my steel production 1 step. And actually get to place this tile out there now. So increase my steel production 1 step, so now I'll gain a steel at the end of every generation, as well as a titanium and a plant. Now I get to put this steel plant out there anywhere I want, and again, wherever I place it, I get the benefit of that mark. Let's just go right here, because it has 2 plant tags on it, so I get to have 2 more plants added. I'm halfway to earning a green spot to put on the map, which will increase my oxygen. So that wasn't that bad of a turn. Now I've only got $2 left. I can't do anything here. Actually, I do have 6 credits worth of titanium for a space card, but of course that's not enough. So that's the end of that generation. We're going to go ahead and remove these cubes, because again, these are blue cards. I can use them every single generation to get them out there. All right, let's go ahead and give us some money. So right now we are at 18 mega credits. So I will give 18 to my corporation's bank. I gain 1 steel, 1 titanium, 1 plant, still don't have any energy, and at the end of a generation the energy transforms into heat. 8 heat, you get to raise up the thermometer, which is pretty nice. So that's all done. We'll go ahead and go to generation number 3. Again, drawing 4 cards. Let's see what projects the corporation is giving us now. Hackers, decrease your energy production 1 step, and any of your mega credit production 2 steps, but then or anybody's, no, I don't like that. Rover, when the city can, no, I'm not going to really build any cities, I don't think. Underground city, decrease energy. I don't have any energy right now. I would only gain some steel production. Herbivores, when you place a greenery tile, add an animal to this card, and that equals victory points. 1 victory point for every 2 animals. Again, in a solo player game, I'm not hunting down victory points. I'm trying to hunt down getting the 3 parameters done. So these cards are a waste. I'm not buying anything, which gives me more money now to spend and try and tinker around out here. So my money, I have 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 20 credits. Space card, if I played, I have 3, so that's extra 9. So I have 29. I can play the big asteroid. I wouldn't have any change left over. I'd have $2, but you know what? That's good, because we get to raise the temperature twice, which also raises our terraform rating, which gives us more money at the end of this generation. So let's do that. We're going to play the big asteroid for 27. So we're going to go ahead and play. That is, well, here, this is 19. Because again, it's 3 from the titanium, because it's a space card. So that's 3 for each cube, so that's 9. These are dollars, so that's 10, so I have 19. Yep, 19, and we're playing 27. 20, 25, 26, 27. So I've paid for the big asteroid, and it's an event. So first, raise temperature twice. 1, 2. I've gotten to this level with this little heat symbol. That means I get to increase my heat production by 1. So that's good. And since I raised this twice, I get to raise this twice. 1, 2. Now I'm going to earn 20 credits every turn. I get to gain 4 titanium. So I spent some titanium for this card. I just got some titanium back I can spend on another card. And then I get to remove 4 plants from any other player. Again, solo player game. There are variations I've seen where you take these plants and you give them to yourself. I'm not going to play that way. I'm just going to pretend that I took 4 plants away from a person and put them in the bank. I'm not going to pocket those myself. So that's the end of that event card. And again, since it's an event card, I'm going to play my media group, which says when I play an event card, I gain 3 mega credits. So boom, I got $5 now. Awesome. Well, let's see here. Not much else I can do. So I think that's the end of my generation. Again, it was productive though, being able to get that temperature moving. Really, you don't start seeing anything happen until about turn 10 or 11, and that's when it really takes off. So let's go ahead and end this generation. I'm going to gain 20 mega credits. I gain 1 steel, 1 titanium, I gain 1 plant, and 1 heat. That's it. Move on to the 4th generation. I should take away that cube because I can use that again this turn if I need. Draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. City. I don't like cities, so I'm not going to buy that one. Magnetic field generators. I got to spend 4 energy. I don't have energy. I can gain some money and some plant, but I have no energy, so I can't. I'm not going to use that. Sabotage. Remove titanium from any player, steal, or money. No, not doing that either. And there's Noctis City. I decrease my energy 1 step and increase my mega credit 3 steps, and I get to place the city tile. I'm not playing that one either. So again, I get to forego buying any projects, but that keeps my money maybe working out here on the board. And I can do the Demos Down, which is another asteroid, and that is worth 31. And as you see over here, I have 15 credits in titanium, because again, each of these cubes are worth 3. I have 5 of them, so that's 15, 25, 31. So I'm going to go ahead and do the asteroid. So it's an action. We get to raise it 3 times. Okay, so 1, 2, and that gets to raise my production again, and 3, because that production's there. And I get to raise this 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to raise $23 each turn. I get to, let's see, gain 4 steel. So all of a sudden now I've got a lot of steel. I've got $12 worth of steel right there. And then I get to take 8 plants from any other player, remove them. So again, I don't get to play them. It is an action, so I don't get to play that again. But since it's an action, I can play my media group and gain 3 credits back. So that's great. You know what? I wonder, I might as well go ahead and start an industrial center. Let's see, spend that to increase my steel production. So I'm going to go ahead and play this card right now. Pay, you know what? It is, it says, make credit, okay. Pay 7, increase my steel. Boom. All right. And that card's left over. End of that generation. See, it starts to pick up a little bit as you go. So let's go ahead and remove these from the game. Give myself 23 credits. 1, 2, 3, 2 steel, 1 titanium, 1 plant, 2 energy. And that's the end of that turn. We move on now to generation number 5. And again, we draw 4 cards. Hopefully I get some good cards I can play. Oh, Doomed Crater, but I need a maximum of 7 oxygen to play this. I get to gain 3 plants, place a city title, and increase my production. That's a pretty good card. Okay, Search for Life. That's a good card too, max of... oh, here we go. This is what I need to play with this card I've already bought. These, you add a microbe to this card. So each turn, because it's a blue card, I can add a cube. So first turn I add a cube, second turn I add a cube, third turn I remove 2 cubes and I get to raise the oxygen. I definitely want to do that because that will help me raise my oxygen level. So I'm going to buy 1 card, and Lava Flows, raise the temperature 2 steps and place the volcano in certain areas. I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to buy 2 cards. I'm really not going to buy these 2. So I'm going to buy 2 cards, and that is $6. I'm just going to spend a 10 and get 4 and change. So I am going to, boy, play a lot. Which one should I do first? You know what, I'm going to go ahead and do these. Oh, but this has to be -14. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one. That's worth 13. If I do that, do I have I don't have enough to play this card. Yeah, let's do it just to get it out there. Okay, so 13 for that one, and I can add a microbe to this card. This is, let's see, an event, but yeah, I've only got 6. I've got 9 for this event, so I can't do that. Boy, there's not much else I can do that turn, is there? Well, that's the end of that one. Let's get some money, shall we? 23 credits. Probably should have played a different card, but it's too late now. Gaining 2 over here. Man, I got some steel. Do that. 1 more plant and 2 on the heat. Put that over there. All right, how many plants do I have now? I have 8 plants, so I'm able to play a greenery tile this generation. Go ahead and move that. And we draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we got here. Geothermal power, increase your production of energy 2 steps. Definitely going to buy that because energy at the end of a generation transforms into heat. So we're going to buy this one. Moss requires 3 ocean tiles. You lose 2 plants, but you increase your plant production 2. I have no oceans. I'm not going to play that. Oh, lake. I get to place 2 lakes, but it has to be at 0. I might hold on to this. Oh, and imported nitrogen. Raise my TR 1 step. Gain 4 plants. Add 3 microbes to another card. Oh man, these are all good. I'm going to go ahead and buy 3 cards. So that's 9 credits I have to spend to get those projects. So there's that. All right, here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to add a microbe to that card this turn. Next thing I'm going to do, I have 10, 16, 19, 21, 22. But I do have some titanium I can spend to get the imported nitrogen or the lava flows. Oh, there's so much I could do. First, okay, let's go ahead and turn in these 8 plants for a greenery tile. And now the greenery tile has to go next to something that you already have. I could put it here and get a free card, or I could put it over here maybe and get some plants. I'm going to get the free card. I have not had any good cards. So placing that raises our oxygen and our terraform, and the free card is a space elevator. Spend 1 steel to gain 5 credits. I got a lot of steel. Cool, free card. I'm going to take it. So down here in my hand, boy, what should I do, folks? I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the imported nitrogen. They'll give me some more money and some plants. All right, so imported nitrogen, and it is a space symbol, so I get to use titanium. It's worth 23, so there's 6. So now I just need 17 bucks, so that's 10, 13, 16, 17. Boom, there's my money for the imported nitrogen. I get to raise my TR 1 steps, now I'm at 25. I get to gain 4 plants, which will help me try and get another greenery tile out there. And I can add 3 microbes to another card, which would be this one right here. So add 3. So I'll be able to take away a couple times. And that's that. And I play it, and since it's an event, I will also play this card to give me 3 mega credits back. So now I'm up to 9. Yay. So 9, I would be able to have enough to pay for this, but it has to be at 14, negative 14. I'm not there yet. So again, I think 11. Oh man, that was so close. Well, yeah, I could pay for it in steel. I'm going to pay for that. So I'm going to pay for the geothermal power. It's 11. So here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 1 mega credit, 11. So now I get to increase my energy production 2 steps. That will help bring that temperature up as well. All right, that's the end of that generation. I get 25 mega credits. I'll just do it easy with 2 gold and a silver. And I get to have 2 steel, 1 titanium, 1 plant, 2 energy, 2 heat. And now I have 7 heat, so 1 more I can raise up that temperature. Okay, and now we move on. Did I already raise it? I don't think I raised that. Now we're on to the 7th generation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove that. So, adapted liking. Increase plant production 1. I'll probably buy that. Ooh, spend 8. Oh, this is great. I can use this. It's a blue card, so I can use this every time, and I can add ocean tile. And I can use steel, which I have a lot of, to add the ocean tile. I'm definitely going to buy that. That's 2. Decrease my production 2, but I can increase my heat and energy. That I might end up doing as well. And decomposers, when I play an animal, plant, microbe, oh, this is just a victory point, so I'm not going to buy that one. Definitely, I think I'm going to buy 3. So that is 9 credits that I have to spend. So I'll spend the 10 and gain 1 and change. All right, I'm going to take away 2 microbes, and I get to raise the oxygen and raise that. It says I can really only use 1 action per turn, so I have 2 more I could take away, but I've already used this action once, so I can't do it again, so I'm not going to do it again. But as far as going forward now, I'm kind of liking the pumping of the water, because I really need to start getting my oceans. So that's worth 18, and I can use steel for that. Let's just do that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, paid for. Now I got another blue card I can use. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. And that means I get to spend 8, which I will spend a 10 and get 2 change. And I get to finally place an ocean. The oceans have to go in these blue areas. I'm going to put it where the Viking landed. That gives me 2 free cards. 1, 2. Let's hope they're good. Oh, I get to raise my terraform rating because I placed an ocean. Land claim. Place a marker in a non-reserved area. You may place a tile there. I've got my sites spread out, so I really don't need that one. And a strip mine. Decrease my energy, but increase all of these. And I get to increase my oxygen. Well, I got the energy to use. I hate to spend the energy, but I can always... no, I can't. That was a one-time use card up there. Oh, darn. Well, I think I really kind of like the strip mine. I'm going to sell this card. I just made a buck off of that one. The strip mine is pretty good, but I can't play it right now. I don't have enough money. I get to keep it in my hand, though. Of all of these, I only have... Let's see, what do I have in money? I have 13 credits. So I can't do the lava flows. I could do this lunar beam or increase my plant production. I think I'm going to hold off right now and just kind of save my money and see kind of what comes up next. Hopefully it's something good. So that's the end of that generation. 27 credits. So there's 10, 20, 5, 6, 7. I gain 2 steel, I gain 1 titanium, I gain 1 plant. The energy shifts over here. I gain 2 energy, and I gain 2 heat. So that will be very helpful this turn. All right, let's move it up to 8th generation and draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we can start doing something at this turn. All right, here we go. Farming. It's 4 or warmer, +4, so that's way up there. That's going to take so long to get to. Grass, -16. I'm 1 away from that. I increase my plant production 1 step, and I gain 3 plants. I'm definitely buying that one. Investment loan, decrease my production 1. I can gain 10. And electro catapult, spend 1 plant or 1 steel to gain money. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm just buying this 1 card. That's 3 credits to get it. Oops, 1, 2, 3. That one came off the board there. Grass. Okay, but I can't use that yet because I'm not there. Actually, take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can convert 8 heat into the temperature. Now I'm at -16 degrees. My terraform rating goes up. And at -16 now I can introduce grass, which would be 11 credits. So I spend 11. Introduce grass. Here I'm going to move this over just a little bit so you can see it. And with that I get to increase my plant production 1 and I gain 3 plants. And now, thanks to that, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get to place a greenery tile. It has to go next to a land I already own. I'm going to put it right here and gain 2 more plants from that area because underneath here is 2 plant icons, so I gain that. By placing this, I get 1 of those and 1 of those. All right, things are starting to cook now. I like this game. I could increase my plants again if I wanted to. I need to see, what can I not do? This is negative 14. I still cannot do this card. This is 0 degrees. I cannot do these cards yet. I'll place those over there. I've got my lunar beam where I can decrease this and increase these. Lava flows. I've got enough money now. Let's just go ahead and do that. Or the strip mine. I do have enough money for the strip mine. First things first, I'm running out of turns. I need to do this action and get an ocean tile out there. Needs 8. I can spend steel, so that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I place an ocean anywhere on the board. I'm going to place it up here where I get another free card. Raise my terraform rating. Free card! Dust seals. That's only a victory point. That's all it does. I need 3 ocean tiles and it gives me a victory point. I don't want that. I'm going to sell it. And I get $1 back. I'm going to go ahead and play these 2 microbes, which will increase the oxygen rating. So now I'm at 5% oxygen. And I've already used an action on that card, so I can't add anything. I should have, well, no, I couldn't do it last turn either. All right, what do I got now? I've got 23 credits and 6 credits worth of titanium. 13, 6 is 19 for a space card. That's not enough. I've got enough for the lava flows, but that would almost wipe out my money. That would almost wipe out my money. Should I do it? Let's do it. What the heck? It's an action. I get $3 back for it. So 18 bucks first is what I need. So I'm going to spend 15, 16, 17, 18. And I get to raise the temperature 2 steps. So 1, 2. Now we're up to negative 12 degrees. And that goes 1, 2. I find the volcano icon. And I get to place that anywhere. Well, it's actually just a couple of different areas. So I need to find out where these areas are. And of course, if I tried to pronounce them, it would come out really bad. Very, very, very bad. Let's see. Tharsis. Oh boy, this is hard. I wonder if I've already covered them up. There's 3 of them, and then the other one is the Tharsis. Right there. So yeah, I cannot use this. So that's too bad, because I would have gained something for free. I still get the temperature raise for the lava flows, but I don't get to place that icon. But I did raise the temperature, so that's good. And it's an action. So I go to the media group, and hey, they give me $3 in return. So now I've got 8 credits, which is not enough. Well, now I'm at negative 14, so I can introduce the symbiotic fungus. So that is also an action. And I'm going to play that card to add a microbe to another card, which is that card. So now in the next generation, I can take those 2 off and raise the oxygen again. So again, I've got $6 in space. Nope. As you can kind of see my cards down here. I don't have really enough money. So that's the end of that generation. I get 33 credits now. So there's 20, 33. I get 2 steel production, 1 titanium production. I get 2 plants. I convert this energy over to heat, and then I get 2 energy, and I get 2 heat. And now I get to take off these, this, and this. So that's the end of my housekeeping, and now we move on to generation number 9. 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, mass converter. I need 5 science tags. I've got 1 in play. No. Mineral deposit. Gain 5 steel. That's good because that can go for the ocean, so I'm going to buy that one. Methane from Titan. It requires 2 oxygen, 2% oxygen, which I do have. And that means I can increase my heat production too and my plant production. Definitely going to play that one. And mangrove requires 4 or warmer place in, no. So I'm going to buy 2 projects, which will be 3 each, so that's 6. So now these go into my hand. Let's go ahead and place an ocean first. That requires 8 points. So again, steel is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoop. Place an ocean. Looks like all my oceans are pretty much taken care of. I'm gonna go, how many plants do I have? I have 5 plants, so 6, 7. I can do that. Okay, let's go to 2 plants. Let me go over here. Place that there, raise that up. Gain 2 plants for taking over that site. And then I could either play the strip mine or the lichen, which would give me another plant, which would let me place a greenery tile. You know what, can I do both? I can probably do both. Well, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to take away these. And when you take away 2 microbes, you increase the oxygen levels. Now we're up to 6% oxygen. Doing well. How many heat do I have? I got 7 heat. So 1 more heat and I can do that. And I've got 7 plant. So yeah, if I did this lichen, I could automatically go ahead and transform that. Let's go ahead and do that. Adapted lichen. The lichen is 9, so I'm going to spend a 10 and get a change back. And with that, I increased my plant production, so I don't get it this turn. Well, that wasn't a good thing to do, Chad. Strip mine, I don't have any steel. Space, no, I don't want to do that. Lunar beam, or methane. Well, I don't have enough money for that either. Well, no, hang on. I got 9, 19, 20, 31. Yeah, I would have enough. Let's do it. It increases our production. That's fine. It needs 2% oxygen, which I have, so I can play it. It is a space card, so I can use titanium. Titanium is 3 for each cube. So that is 9, 10, 20, 25, 30. So I will pay 30 for that card and get 2 and change, of course. Boom. So I get to increase my heat production 2 steps. 1, 2. I get to increase my plant production 2 steps. 1, 2. And that's it. So I get to play that card. And it's 2 victory points at the end if I care. But that'll help me in the long run trying to move forward. You know what? I get to actually play this one now. Oops. I get to play this card where I can put a microbe on another card. So I'll do that right there. Because I've used that card already to pay for the oxygen, but I didn't use it to go over that way. And now I've only got $3. So I am strapped for cash. That's the end of this generation. So I get 35 credits. So 10, 20, 35. I get 2 steel. I get 1 titanium. I get 5 plants. I convert the energy to heat. And now I get 2 energy. And I get 4 in heat. I think this will be a very productive turn. I hope this will be a very productive turn. So I take these 2 away because I've used those actions. And now we move on to generation 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Miranda Resort. I increased my production for each earth tag I have. I have 1 earth tag, 2 earth tags. You can see the earth tag right there, so that's what they're saying. I can increase, basically, if I bought this card, this twice because I have 2 earth tags, but I'm not going to pay for that. Micro mills increase, oh yeah, for $3, I'll increase my heat production 1. That's great. Black polar dust, place an ocean tile, decrease 2 steps, increase heat. Yeah, why not? I'll do that one. And breathing filters, all that does is give me victory points. I'm not going to spend the money on it. Okay, so I've got some cards I get to play. What is the best use? I'm going to go ahead and use this card to, you know what? I'm going to use this card to add a microbe to this one. And I'm going to use the action of this card to take away 2 microbes to increase my oxygen. So now I'm up to 7 and 36. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and play this action to place an ocean tile. And again, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll put this in here for 8 and get change back. So there's 8. I get to place an ocean tile anywhere I want. Let's just get some plants. Okay, plants, increase my terraform rating, gain 2 plants where I placed it. Now I can, let's go ahead and place 8 plants for a greenery tile. Greenery tile has to go next to something I own, which will be over here. And that bonus gives me oxygen and terraform, and you can see there's a little thermometer here, so I get to raise up the thermometer and my terraform rating again, and where I placed it, I gain 2 plants. And look at that, I have 5, 6, 7, 8 plants now, so I get to do it all over again. Place one of these out there. You know what, maybe I'm going to change it up. No, I don't own that. I have to go next to something I own, so everything would be plant production. Let's go plant production right here. So that increases oxygen, terraform, and 2 more plants. So that's good. All right, here we go. So now I've got 6, 7, 8 heat. I get to turn in to raise the temperature again. So now I'm up to -8 and 41. Boy, I'm cruising. I've played that card, played those cards. Okay, so now I get to see what I got. I've got $34. 34 credits, I guess I should say. I could increase oxygen twice here with a strip mine. You know, I'm going to go ahead and play the micro mills. Again, it's just $3 and I get to increase the heat. So $3, increase the heat 1. So next generation I'll get 5. This one was pretty cheap as well. And I think I'm going to go that direction. I'm going to go ahead and do the black polar dust. It's 15. I have to decrease my money, but I increase my heat, and I get to place in the ocean. So I'm up to 41 now. I think that'll be okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Spend 15. So there's my 15 going away to play the black polar dust. Decrease this by 2. Boom, boom. Or, well, actually, I guess it's my, my production. So I'm going to decrease that by 2. That will tell me, see, I still have a terraform rating of 41, but now -2 credits when I get it turned around. So it's the same thing. So I did that. I increased my heat by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now every generation I get the 8 heat I need to raise the thermometer once, but I've only got a couple generations left, so I need some help as well. And I get to place the ocean tile. This ocean tile, see, I've got 2 here. Maybe let's get some steel. I'm going to go up here. That gives me that, and I get 2 steel. So that's the end of that turn. Let's go ahead and... what money do I have here? I've got 16. Something interesting I could do. Over here, there's standard projects. I have enough that I could buy an asteroid to raise the money up. I think I'm going to hold off on that, though, for now. I'm going to try and save my money. So the end of that generation. It's going to, I think, come down to the wire here. End of that generation. Let's go ahead and generate some money. So it's 42 minus 2, so I'm only getting 40. So there's 20, 30, 40. I gain 2 steel. I gain 1 titanium. I gain 5 plants, convert the energy to heat. I gain 2 more energy, and I gain 8 heat. And we move on now to generation number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more generations to try and get everything up. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the ocean, on the temperatures, and 4 more oceans to place. Hopefully things will start going well for us. This is just a points card. I don't need it. Oh, the lichen. I can increase my plant production 1 step. It's currently at 5. I might get that one. Food factory decrease to increase. No. And small animals. Again, that just really cares about victory points, so no. I'm not going to do any of those. Now I can increase my plant production. I'll buy that card for 3. So I pay 5 and get 2 back. Oh, I get to remove this one and this one. Alright, so I am, what am I going to do first? Well, I've got some money here. I've got 30, 40, 53. 53. I can increase that. Man, there's so much I can do. First, let's do the heat. Let's just do what I'm assured of. Spending 8 to increase that 1, increase that 1. Okay. Now I've got 7 left, so I don't have enough heat left over. I have 7 plants, not enough to do a plant yet. Let's go ahead and place an ocean. Pay that. I need 8. I've got 8 right there. So I get to place an ocean anywhere I want. You know what? Let's go ahead and place it where I can get some plants. That will give me 2 plants. Increase that. I get 2 plants, and now I turn in 8 plants for a greenery tile. Greenery tile has to go next to something I own. I'm going to put it right here. That increases my oxygen and my terraform rating, and I get 2 plants because that was the bonus for the space. So I got 3 plants. Next thing I can do, I'll go ahead and play this where I can put a microbe on a card, and I'm going to play this card by putting a microbe on it. Oh boy. 25 to increase the oxygen twice, decrease my energy twice, but increase my productions of everything else. This would help with the oxygen. 25 for oxygen, whereas if I spent 23, I only get 1. That's not bad. That is not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that one. I'm going to do a strip mine for 25. So I play that over here, and I take away 25. That takes away 2 energy, so at least I had 2 energy to give. But in return, I get to increase my steel 2, my titanium 1, and more importantly, my oxygen 2. So now I'm up to 12, and I increase that by 2 as well. So that helps. Now where am I at? I don't have enough heat yet to place the 2 more tiles for that. My beam here, I don't have enough for that. Minerals, lichen. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a standard project. The standard project I'm going to buy, though, I think is going to have to be the Asteroid for 14. So I spend 14 bucks, so here's 15, and I'll get changed back. That gives me an Asteroid, which increases the temperature up to -4. And now I have 14 left. I have enough for another Asteroid. That would wipe me out, but I am going to get a lot of money this next round. Let's do it. Spending 14 for another Asteroid, that raises me up to -2 degrees and a 49 rating. End of that generation. So we take away these 2 things. This is going to be close, folks. I get 49 minus 2, so I get 47 credits. So there's 30, 40, 5, 7. I get 4 steel, which will take care of an ocean. I get 2 more titanium. I get 5 plants, and I can place a greenery tile right away. Converting the energy over here, now I get 6 energy, and I get 8 heat. And now we move on to generation number 12. 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Molehill. Molehill increased my heat production by 4. I'm okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend that card. I can increase my plant production 2 steps. I'm maximum of -4. So I've already passed the threshold of using this card because it says -14. I'm at -2, so I cannot use that card. Tundra farming, this is just victory points. I can increase these productions, but it's not enough, I don't think. Special design. This would have helped out a lot earlier because I could have played this in conjunction with another card where I didn't have the oxygen, ocean, or temperature locations where I needed to. I could have changed those requirements. I mean, here, this needed to be -24 or warmer, so I'm good there. I need to be, actually, to add these, it needs to be at -0 degrees. I'm at -2. I could use this card with it, and that would basically take the degrees up 2 degrees, and I could place 2 oceans. But here's the deal. I've got enough heat right here, I'm going to convert it, so I really don't need that special design. So I am turning away all 4 projects that were offered to me, not spending any of that money. I'm going to attack this while I can. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and transform this heat. 8 goes here. So I'm now at 0 degrees, and I got an ocean tile for free I get to place. I'll place it right here to gain 2 plants, and I get to increase my terraform rating there for placing the ocean. Do I have another 8? I do. I got another 8 credits that I get to spend to raise the heat 1 more time. Now I'm at +2. This comes up there. I have 8 plants that I can turn in for a greenery tile. My greenery tile has to go next to something I own. I will place it over here. That increases the oxygen 1, my terraform rating 1, and it had 2 plants as a bonus. I will play my pumping card for action of 8, and I can use steel. So I used my 8 credits of steel to bring in another ocean. I will place my ocean. Oh, I can put it down. Do I have anything? Space elevator could gain steel. I really don't think it matters where I put this, as long as I gain something. Let's just gain a plant. Place that there. This goes to 54. I gain a plant. I have 5 plants. Okay. I'm going to play this card, where I take these 2 microbes off and raise the oxygen level. I'm done with my oxygen. I'm at 14, so I'm done there. I've got that goal. I have 1 ocean left to place, and I have to raise the temperature 3 times. Is there anything I can do to place an ocean? I could do 18 credits to place the ocean, and 14 for the asteroid. So that would be 32. I could do those both, and then the next turn would be good. All right. I think we're going to get it done in record time. Let's go ahead and play an asteroid. For 14, I pay 15, get it changed back. The asteroid raises the temperature up to +4. I'm going to play another asteroid for 14. I pay 15, get 1 and change, and I raise the temperature up to +6. I'm 1 away from the temperature, 1 away from the ocean, and I'm on generation number 12. I can go ahead. I'm going to get enough that turn. I'll get enough that turn. I'm going to call it good right now. I'm going to end that generation with some money in the bank. Should I? No, what the heck? Well, that's going to... Yeah, I'm going to do that generation. We're done there. So let's move on. I'll take that away. You think I'm crazy, but now I'm playing for the points. I want to get as many points as possible. So 57. So here is 50, 5, 6, 7. I gain 4 steel, 2 titanium, 5 plants. Convert the energy to heat, and I get 6 heat, or 6 energy, and I get 8 heat. And I raise this up to now generation 13, draw 4 cards, but it really doesn't matter. Let's see if I can get some victory points out of them. No. 2 victory points for each science resource card I have. 1. Now I'm just going for the points. I'm being greedy. No. Don't need it. Oh, that would take away points. Don't need it. Mining industries don't need it. Okay, I'm just going to forego those things. Let's go ahead and convert this heat right here. I've got 8 to raise the temperature up to the 8 degrees that I need. So I'm done with my temperature. I'm done with my oxygen. I just need to place a lake. And for my action card, I will spend 8 steel to get the ocean, placing the ocean right here to gain a plant. And I won the game. I guess I can go ahead and play these plants right here. These 8. I can place another greenery tile next to something I own. I got right there. Doesn't really matter now. Bring that in. The oxygen's already up, but I get to go up to that. So that is the end of the game. In the 13th generation, I got oxygen to 14%, I got the temperature up to 8, and I placed all 9 ocean tiles. So let's try and figure out the victory points here now I have real quick. This would be 59 points. Then you add 1 point for each greenery tile you have. So that was 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. That takes me up to 66. And then I look for any victory points from the cards that I had in my hand. There's 2. So it gains up to 68. No victory points on my action cards. And no, none on my event cards either. So it looks like I'm done with 68 terraform rating. Of course, you can add in all the money if you want, but it looks like 68. Well, there you go. In 13 generations, I was able to terraform Mars into living standards of 14% oxygen, plus 8 on the temperature, and 9% of the planet has oceans now. So that is Terraforming Mars. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is my new favorite game, kind of a worker placement slash deck building, deck drafting game. I hope you enjoyed this example. Please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and we'll see you next time with other games that you can solo play at home yourself. Thanks for watching. Finally, I've been kind of looking over this Lava Flows event card that I played, because it says raise the temperature 2 steps and place this volcano on one of the 4 spaces. So with the word "and" there, I went ahead and raised the temperature without placing the volcano. I'm not sure if that is technically correct or not, because you can't raise the temperature without a volcano, but I wasn't able to place the volcano. So I don't know. I raised the temperature anyway because it had the "and." I think if it says raise the temperature 2 steps if you can place this volcano. Even looking back though, if I was not able to raise the temperature twice because I couldn't place the volcano, I had enough money to buy 2 asteroids to raise the thermometer 2 more steps to get the completion of the thermometer track. Also, later in the game, I think it was at the 44-minute mark, I forgot to pay 6 credits to purchase 2 cards from the projects. And then later, I think it was at 54 minutes and 57 minutes, for some reason I dropped the energy down to 0, but from where I was standing, it looked like I had an energy of 6. So I gave myself way too much energy there late. At the end of the game, that might have made it carry over to a 14th generation instead of me completing it in 13. Honest mistakes when they were about an hour into the gameplay. So you can see that my energy production was 8 each generation. So each generation I was already accomplishing what I needed, and I was gaining enough credits to buy the asteroids to win. So actually I should have had less energy and money than I did, but it was late in the game where I think it was already decided. But I wanted to be honest, put that out there, that those were honest mistakes I made. And I apologize for those, but again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.